Just assumed I'd play the part of keeping you in the right direction. No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Please don't wait here until your faith is shaken. There's a whole lot of good on your mind and on my mind. And I know that right now I'd like to play the part to rebuild you one more time. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
How are we, team? We're doing well? Let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Oh, I can hear... I've got that open. Oh, actually, we can't get into it just yet. I've got one thing I need to do. Alright, now we're good. Now we're good. Now we are what we call good, ladies and gentlemen. We are definitely good, which is not too bad. How are we? Hopefully everyone's doing well. And let's get on that start screen. There we go. How are you? Welcome back to another live stream. There's actually a lot of people watching the live streams over on YouTube. So firstly, if you're watching on Twitch, you can go check it out on YouTube with this link. But secondly, and more importantly, right, is a lot of people actually watching it on YouTube as a post-recorded video. So it seems like there is just a big want for longer form content on YouTube, and this works, so that's awesome as well. Morning, Dim. Morning, mate. Park yourself in. I am working from home. I have 2 team members working because I have 2 team members in training and I only have 5 team members total that work on a Thursday out of a team of 11 because of part-time work. And one of the others is off on leave. So I've only got 2 team members. I've already cancelled a meeting today because there's no point having a meeting with 2 people. So park yourself in. I do have a meeting at about 11:30. And then, obviously, my partner's home anytime after 3:30-ish. So we could, if things are going well and I don't rage quit, when we get annoyed after losing about 4 or 5 games, we could be streaming for quite a while today. So strap yourself in, have us in the background while you're at work, mate. And off we go. There's a few things we need to say. First things first, I didn't mention it in the description, but obviously we have a Discord. It's not too active, so I'm not going to post the links out. If you really want to join the Discord, just leave a comment. And you can find it. But yeah, we turned the stream off. I went and called off, went for a walk outside, had a shower, got my stuff ready for the next day of work, and then sat down to play an extra hour of FM after we got off stream last time. First game, I did film this game as well. It ended up being 6-1. I did film it for YouTube because I wanted YouTube to be like, hey guys, we just got off stream and it's been really poor. Here's a YouTube episode. We need to turn it around. We ended up winning this game 6-1. And Torquay, I don't know if they're still second, but we're second at the time. And then we won 4-1 against Chippenham, as we said here. And then we went on this run of form over 2 different days because obviously I don't play too much if I'm not streaming, right? And then we look at it as total, right? After this poor run of form, can you tell what we streamed? All right? Can you tell what we streamed? we went on this run, including a 3-3 against Salisbury, but more this run right here. And then, yeah, poor Liverpool losing to Palace. How are you? Good to see you, mate. How's things? United started to pick up for you, which is good. Long time no see as well. Yeah, look, I have no way of watching the Cabaret Cup here in Australia unless I like a pirate a stream or something, right? And not really. If you look at the team we put out, it's literally a bunch of under-18s on the bench. A few of them are starting, like Neon and whatever, which is fine. He's a pretty good kid, actually. I think he has a lot of potential. Rio starting, yeah, it's a pretty, the only real first-team players in there like Chiesa when I had a look. Freddie Woodman's in goal. For instance, our third-choice keeper at 30-something, making his debut, who's literally there as an under-21s glorified third-choice keeper playing under-21s football and being a bit of a coach. Kind of what Jay Spearing does. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't care. It's something that the Cabaret Cup, I was like, part of me was like, I would really like to see us put out a strong performance and beat Palace for a little bit of confidence. And there was part of me that was like, I really hope we just throw this game so we're out of the competition so we can get more rest between league games so we can find some league form. So it's each is their own. Anyhow, that's the run of form we went, and I'm good in yourself, as you can tell. We got Ark over on Twitch. We've obviously got about 5 or 6 people watching over on YouTube already, and we've not even been live for 10 minutes, so that's great. And if you are watching on YouTube, just give it a like and hit the sub button if you're new around here. It really does help out the channel. So with that run of form, we have gone into 4th spot. And if you look at the XG table, we should be in 3rd spot. We're still 8 goals over our XGA, but since making the switch to positive, and since making another switch, which I'll show you in-game in just a second, I actually think there's a glitch, but I'm not going to mention this glitch because I think it makes you better. It should get patched, and then it shouldn't matter at all, but I do think that there is maybe an issue in the game. FM26 has an update. Yeah, I did the update this morning. Unless there's a second update that just came out like right now, but it doesn't seem to be. So yeah, I don't think there is an update right now. Like I opened FM26 at about 7:15, which is about half an hour ago. So yeah, I don't think there's another update. If there's another update that just come out, because I did see some rumblings that there was a second update on Twitter, it must have just happened in the last half an hour, because I've had FM open in the background. I've been doing my work emails and stuff. Haven't played a game this morning. I've simmed 2 days. 226 megabytes. I don't know how many megabytes this one was. If we're going to manage downloads. Yeah, I had 225.6. Got a flight to Gold Coast in an hour for work. Comment, so I'm chilling in the airport. Nice, Dim. Go get some Wi-Fi on the plane, mate. Stay tuned. You're telling me there's a second update, Arc. I don't want to particularly close down FM, but if I have to try and force the update, I will, which is probably what's going to happen here. Anyhow, yes, we'll save the game, but I don't like saving it from that menu because I don't think that's particularly working as well. Let's save quickly. I will say after clicking around with a new update, it's looked a lot faster today as well. Anyhow, that's our run of form. That puts us in the 4th. I will quickly just go over the squad before we do a quick restart as well. The squad's like this. Brian Bartley, we've tied down to a new deal. I went through this in the YouTube episode, but you guys obviously wouldn't have seen that. I wonder if I can go to task new. So I downloaded that update before I opened the game. So if there's no other update, we're already up to date. But I think what Art's trying to say is there was an update. If I can search by contracts. Yep, Maidenhead staff contracts. No, player contracts. No, we can't go back that far. Cool. All good. I was hoping we could. It can only go back a few days. That's fine. It came out in and around here, so it might be in here. It's easy to show you on this screen. If not, I will get up. Shortlisted players ending their contract. Maiden staff contract set to expire. Add player contracts. If not, I'll just get up the YouTube episode. Very quickly, because we do have it post-recorded. We'll just do it this way then. This is why you record stuff, right? I'm going to quickly mute myself. It was on the 28th of November. Okay, that's too far away. But long story short is we went through this list, and it was fantastic. Actually, this was a really good list, apart from the fact that potential was buggy. For those watching on stream, if you watched the YouTube episode, which you haven't because it's not even out yet, I tried to click on potential and you can't do it, and you can't click on recommended action. You can click on current ability, you can click on wage. What I did right, is I went through this squad and I was like, who is a player that we're keeping, right? I tied Geordie to a new deal. He's actually he's on slightly more money than what he was on. Very, very slim. I tied Hayes to a new deal. He's on cheaper than what he was. He was on 1.3. I've talked him down to 1.1. Brilliant, right? Will needs a contract who's club captain. I will sign him on a new deal if we get to the playoffs, don't get promoted and stay in this division. If we go up, I probably will get someone else in. Bartley, we signed on a new deal, and he took a wage cut from 750 to 725, so that's nice. Sears didn't have a new deal because he was on part-time. We did tie it down to a £390 2-year deal as a part-time contract. So Corey Sears is now tied down to us. A team has to come and pay us money, which is whatever, right? Obviously, Jack came in this part of the season. By the way, he's worth 250k. So if a club comes in and gives us 162.50, our debt is like halved just here. We need to talk about Kane. We do that in a second. Pitcher doesn't have a contract. He's out of contract. He doesn't get paid any money for playing, and that's because he's also got a player role, he's got a staff role, and we're paying him as a staff member. So he's a staff player, so he's free, which is brilliant. Barrett has a new deal, wants a new deal. I told him no, he wants a K a week. And what I've done is I think for someone like Barrett, we're going to get better next year. If we don't go up, I can get a winger or an out-and-out winger on that side, because we do play with a winger that's going to just have pace. Even if it's a young kid who's 18, has literally got 13 pace and acceleration, and has some sort of technical ability, and is 2-star, would probably perform better than Barrett in the match engine, because it's lower level, and you just need the pace to beat someone. So, Barrett, I will refuse to tie to a new deal. Papola, I tied to a new deal. He did want a pay rise, that's fine. I did tie him to a new deal, because he has the potential to be a League 2 level winger. So we're going to play him every game, and there's going to be obviously some ability. And Umrah was only on £600 a week. He wanted 950, but again, we're tying down our best striker because he's good for the level above as well, right? When you look at this bench, and the reason why I'm doing this is I've already got bids for players. Collins, I don't care about too much. He is what he is. I will find a cheap, young backup goalkeeper for less than £550 or around about the same. So we'll probably get rid of him. Clemera wants to leave. I actually have accepted a £0 bid from Dulch and Hamlet down below us in the non-league amateur levels of England. And because he's on £750 a week, I don't need to keep him. So he's gone. He's not that good, right? Even if it makes my bench weird. Don't need to do anything with Bailey. Ferdinand is our vice captain, but again, he's not that good. I would rather cut a guy like Ferdinand, right? And get the wage out the club at the end of the year, even if we stay down. Ewan's got a new deal to 2027. We already know that. Mitchell's here to 2026. Again, I haven't made a decision what I'm going to do with Jaden Mitchell-Lawson. There's part of me that wants to drop Barrett and play Lawson on the right, Papula on the left. Reason why I can't do that is because Barrett's arguably one of our better players. But I think if you look at Jaden Mitchell-Lawson, if he was to play and play well, he would be a good League 2 player. We're actually going to do that in this game. I've talked myself into that idea. Is doing this, and where's Lawson? And we're just going to use Barrett as a bench player, I reckon. They're the same, similar. Barrett is one of our better players, if you look at this by like star rating. He's a good South player. Mitchell's not of that level, but I reckon Mitch is pretty good. And I reckon it'd be his out of possession. He doesn't like it. Yeah, that's fine. And like, he would be better as an outlet. Not going to do that. Not going to change the shape. Back to the squad again. And you can see from the load time, just when we're clicking, it's so much better, which is good. So Barrett, Dawson, I have not offered a new deal because, again, I think we could release him for £800 and go and get a released striker from somewhere else that would want cheaper. Like, these young kids that get released from the Premier League, they're desperate to come. My problem is that how many Premier Leagues are in the South compared to the North? Like, in the North, I know I can go to Liverpool, I can go to Everton, I can go to City, I can go to United, and because they're all based in the North, Northwest, I can go and get them because I'm playing in the North Division or in the National League, right? That in the lower levels, players will think about the travel cost. That's programmed in the game. We've known that for a long time. And I would imagine this game's the same. So for me to go get a guy from Liverpool to come to us here, for instance, would be difficult. Does Liverpool get a red card? And who got the red card? Freddie Woodman, our goalkeeper, got a red card. Oh, who's on the bench? Who's the bench keeper? I'm excited for whoever's the bench keeper. Because it wouldn't be Marmadashvili, would it? Have we made all our subs? We have not made all our subs. Is Marmadashvili on the bench or they give him complete rest? Armin Peshke is going to make his debut for Liverpool. There you go. Good on you, son. Yeah, if that's the case there, Ark, if that's the update that you're referring to, I've already downloaded that update. That update was downloaded when I loaded into the game. Because there was an update that came out overnight, obviously installed when I first came up. I did see some rumblings that they released 2 updates today, and I'm like, I don't know if I saw that or not. But yeah, Dawson's someone I think we can get rid of for a better striker, even though he has some potential. Like, Dawson has potential to be, like, decent for the division above, right? But for £800 a week, I refuse to pay that for this sort of player. If he wanted 500, I would go, right? Cochrane has potential, and I probably should use Cochrane, but I don't know what I'm going to do with Cochrane just yet, because I might be able to find better. Orazy, I want to sell. He's on 1.1k a week. I've barely used him. He's not that good. And like, I'm actually going to transfer him out right now, off of via transfer room. The worst thing is you can't go and click the value to put it in there. It takes you to this thing, like set status. I'm just going to put him as transfer listed, confirm. And I am going to, and now you have to like type it in or whatever. So let's go with like, and you can't set by your value, which is really annoying. And for you to type it in, it's like really hard to get in there. So improvements like that would be whatever. Once you get in there to type it in, it's fine. Austrian kid from the Puskas Academy making his debut is not bad for a full choice. Yeah, luckily we haven't used all our subs. But yeah, Orazy's going to get transfer listed. He's on 1.1k a week. Literally me selling Orazy right now gets my wage back under budget. Rootley, have no intention because he's not that good. Robinson, on paper, really good footballer. 32 years of age, lacking the ability to run. He's technically not that bad. He should make my bench. I think we can find better for 1.1k a week, but I will not sell him. Ash is not good enough, and so we're going to sell him, even though I love the fact he's 6'5". Callum Harriet, I'm not going to sell him because I need the depth in case we do get an injury out wide, but yeah, next year I'm going to release him for £800. You can see the money that is here, and it's like ridiculous. And we got Noah Stewart, who is wanted at the moment on loan on this with this potential. I'm literally going to do this for $875, which he should never be on. He must play in real life, right? I'm going to list him out here for unspecified and transfer list down here. See, automatically it would transfer list, but it doesn't. You have to click it. So there we are, done. And that's what we're going to do. That's the squad. That's everything broken down. We're going to get into this game. Offers made for Stewart. There we go. The lap sent off too. What a day for red clubs. For red cards. Red clubs here. But that's how we sit at the moment. I will mute my laptop at some point. Everyone's just saying good morning, which is fine. Right, 0 plus. We'll have a look at the offers. What have they got pluses for? 20% profit of next sale. Look, I'm going to accept both of them. And I'm going to reject that one because they give me some profit. I've already accepted 2 offers here. And Clemera, we've got other bids. 1, 2, and 3. And we're just going to accept all of them. Yeah, and this would get plenty of money off. And I don't even care if we get 0 transfer fee. It's the wage that I really want to cut out. Because look, the money, you don't make money in the lower levels, unfortunately, from doing much. Who's Finley Ward? A sports scientist. Cool. I think we just went through all of those offers. Fitness test, passable is Liam Dawson, and moderate is fine. Our form's been really good. So I think the game's not too bad. I have played, and not including the 40 minutes I've probably been live. Well, I've been live for 30 minutes today, 26 minutes live, but been having FM open 40 minutes. We've probably played about 53 hours total. Yeah, if he ever sells. Like, he's young enough that he could probably sell, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyhow, let's save the game. Why is Welch Hayes not, like, really good? There he is. That's not like the fullback role or something. Does prefer to be a holding fullback. This tactic, before I curse it, right, has been really good. In possession's been looking good. The attacking midfield. Now, Yerim I did have to speak about very quickly. His loan ends this week. I can't offer an extension. Like, usually you say offer extension. I can't. I've made a transfer bid for him and they told me no, they want to bring him back even though his contract ends. So we're going to use K Yerim. I will say straight away, if we get promoted and K wants to come, I would give him a K a week to come. I just can't afford to pay this transfer fee. But yeah, luckily for us, Pitcher can go there and Robertson can come in. And so it's not the worst thing. And you can see our shape here. Like, our shape when we play out is really good. So, yeah. And our out of position shape, this is quite nice. And with us now channeling the trap inside, when oppositions try to play out, Umrah just parks himself on the wing. So the goal kicks here, he'll park himself here so he can't play the fullback. And then Papula will park himself on the fullback because A, I've told him to mark the fullback, but B, out wide. And it has to come into here, and Pitchard, Wells, and Yerim just win the ball. And it's brilliant to watch. The other thing that's probably really helping out with the tactic is if we go to the dynamics, we've actually finally, it's taken over 6 months, got our team cohesion above half. So they're starting to actually learn how to play with each other. It is notoriously slow for team cohesion to develop at a non-professional club or semi-professional. And that's because they're not training full time. So unlike a club where every player's like, you wake up, you go to the club, you train, you go eat, you're in the, you cool down, you go train again in the afternoon, and then you do obviously another cool down and off you go. And then, yeah. Has any new patch fixed the UI? It's just quicker. Like, look how quick it is. It's much quicker, which is good. But that's about it, really. I haven't seen any other changes, but I've only been live for 28 minutes. Going Master, who's put the comment in on YouTube. Obviously, for the Twitch viewers to see that. But yeah, so trapping inside has really helped us stop conceding goals from out wide. Anyhow, our team is going to be Van Stopperoff in goal. He's very good. Welch Hayes. Palace make it 3-0. Beautiful. We're getting absolutely pumped. De Havilland, Bartley, and Sears. By the way, Sears up the 3 stars. Really good. Jade, Morrison in his preferred role. Yerim in his final game for us, which is a little bit annoying that I'm losing him. In the attacking mid role, it's the only other change. Having a channel forward and an attacking mid seems to really help that attacking mid get further forward and get in as a creative or goal-scoring outlet. Also, with the winger on that side, it allows him to really put the pressure in here. Pitcher, Popola. Yikes, I need to fix all the bugs. I refunded it because it was very broken. They will fix all the bugs at some stage. It probably won't happen right now. Popola, we just spoke about Mitchell Lawson while he's starting and Umrah's up front. Let's go and see if we can win the game. Notoriously, we are pretty bad on stream in this save. But for those that are my very hardcore viewers that have the Discord know that they can literally see me playing the game when I am off stream. So yeah. Need to go put on a real show. And now I'm going to show you what I think is a bug, right? But how to get your team to play better, right? So let's get into the thing, and then hopefully we don't concede from kickoff because that was lag. Okay, interesting. Don't know why we had a lag spike there. So you can't do it from kickoff, but when the highlight ends, I'm going to hit pause and I'll talk you through what I think makes a difference. Cool. So, right? We've got in possession for both sides, right? Everyone always just plays in possession because you know what your out of possession, in possession tactics are. I believe, and what I've been doing, and I stumbled across it against Torquay, is I wanted to see how the players are performing in their shape like this. We won 6-1. I was like, I'm going to do that again. When you're on this formation, you've probably seen the Zealand clip going around on Twitch. The fullbacks just don't engage. They don't press the ball. Your players seem to stay in this position out of possession. They don't go into their actual shape, and they just don't engage with the ball carrier or press or anything. I believe, and this is going to sound ludicrous, and it may just be a coincidence, but our form has changed ever since we've done this, is I believe you have to click on formation out of possession on this screen and leave it to get your team, when they lose the ball, to drop into that shape and press and trap and do what you've told them to do. Because I believe when you're on the in-possession system, that your fullbacks just sit there because they don't know what to do. Oh, we're meant to be with the ball and in possession, so we're meant to be getting forward, but we don't have the ball, so I don't know what to do, and they freeze. And your central defensive midfielders go, oh, I'm meant to be central, but at the same time, aren't I meant to be doing this? So I think it confuses them. I think it's a bug. But I am, and even before we lose to Horsham, who, by the way, their manager could get sacked if they lose this game, even before we lose, But I believe that this is either it was a glitch, but yeah. In before we concede, I've probably talked random smackarooskies, but yeah. I believe that there's something in this. Absolutely nothing highlight, so that's fine. Long story short, Dim, yeah, I believe you need to be on the out possession tab for your team to play well. And we have not started well here. So maybe I'm talking absolute smack, but I will live and die by this sword for now, that you have to do it this way. And it doesn't bother me which one I'm on, to be honest. But you see, right there. If you're on the in possession, their winger, instead of being engaged and pressed and you in the ball, he will go like, oh, but I'm a fullback, I'm a wing back, not a fullback, or I'm an inverted, so I don't know what to do. And so he'll run away from the ball, and then their winger will just run past everyone. Look, it's great. I knew that we were going to... I said this to Ark. So Ark, who's in my Twitch chat, is a Man United fan. I'll talk about it very briefly before we continue this highlight. I wanted one or two things to happen. I can't watch the Cabaret Cup games from Australia. We don't have a way to watch it unless I go and pirate a stream. I wanted one or two things to happen. Either we go really full strength and try and win the game against Palace to get some confidence for the league, or B, and what they have done, is play all the 18s, all the kids, all the reserve players, like Freddie Moonman's in goal, he got sent off just before, everyone like that. Like Chiesa is the only like proper first team player I think that we fielded. I had a brief look when I woke up groggy this morning because I wasn't fully awake. But yeah, and so I don't mind that we were out, so we got more rest in between league games to focus on our league form. That's fine. What's concerned me is the fact that it's 3-0. We had a red card to our keeper. That probably doesn't bode too well for morale. But I was happy to lose this game by 1 or 2 goals and let the boys, the 18 boys and whatever. Our bench is full of nothing, but yeah. Anyhow, we win the ball and Lawson has an effort, so a pointless highlight. But we won the ball back, as you guys saw, which is pretty important. Struggling to get on the ball though, which is unlike us. We're a team that likes the ball a lot. And positive's really been working. Something else I've been doing is going to balance in the last 10-15 minutes of the game and see the game out, and that's really helped too, eke away time. But yeah. Unlike us to not have the ball, to be fair, our possession stats this year have been really good. But that one highlight after talking about it really just vindicates that the fullbacks actually look to win the ball back when you're on the out of position tactic. So yeah, anyhow. Thanks for your insight. Have a good one. Thank you, Gnome Stead. Good to see you in the chat, as I think that's full time and Liverpool have lost 3-0. Beautiful. Interesting game. Match momentum has been a bit all over the spot, as Footmob's now telling me that it's full time. And it's half time here, so we haven't seen anything. I'm going to tell him it's far from good enough. And let's start the second half, please. Feels like a game we're going to lose. I was told it was Woodman, so unless they got it wrong and they rescinded it, it was Woodman. Yeah, okay. It was Nialo. So Footmob had it as Woodman and then we've changed it to Nialo. There you go. I like Footmob to get it wrong, to be honest. But Pula's picked up a knock. That's not good. Right. Pula's picked up a knock. I am going to get Barrett out wide on this side as that inside forward coming in. Pitchard's had a little bit of a slowish game, so I'm going to get him out for Ewan, even though he's one of my more creative players, make the 2 changes. Barrett, who's on the field, got good technical ability. Sears, who since moving to an inside forward on this side has been really good at getting forward. And look at him go, Sears. Finds Morrison, and good build-up play here. Can he get the ball in the box? Umrah's a big boy if he wants to whip it. And he does. Umrah, back stick. So is Mitchell Lawson, and he heads just over. And it's still going to be 0-0 here. 67 minutes played. Fairly even game. We've had more XG, but I would say that they've been more... they've had more possession. So, yeah, very interesting game is what I would say. Unlike us to have so little of the ball. 79 minutes played. I'm going to get Dawson on for Umrah, who's not having his best today. And I'm going to get Ferdinand in for Yerim. And I'm just going to move these two around because I think it would greatly impact these two. There we are. Or not. Okay. Can I move these two around, please? Game's bugging. Cool. Confirm. When those changes, mate. Cool. Yeah, now I'm going to move these two around. What is going on? I can't move my players around. Whatever. If I concede because Ewan's playing out of position, I'll be annoyed. Time ticking away here. What a pointless game this one was. But it is what it is. We didn't lose our first game on stream. And we kept the clean sheet. So let's take the positives. For some reason it's showing me their team, not mine. That's pretty interesting too. I am not happy with that result, to be quite honest. But Paul is injured. Let's have a look, shall we? Torquay won. Jumped us. It's a point, at least. 3 to 6 weeks, man. He keeps getting injured. Have you got, like, a injury, like, always injured concern? Fairly susceptible to injuries, he is. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. All right. If that's the case, then I am going to go and get Harriet into the team. And I'll just start Barrett on the left-hand side. I think that will work. I thought I accepted these offers. Apparently I didn't. Oh, there's 2 offers for Noah Stewart. I accepted this offer too from Taunton. Anyhow. Game bugging a little bit. Oh, we got a game in 3 days against Buff. Okay. Quick. Stop. I need to rest people. There's no point in rotating in this division. Oh, yeah. And Urim is out. Okay, cool. Urim, it was nice to have you, buddy. It's nice to have you, Mr. Urim. When does his contract actually end? His contract ends on the 30th of June, but his contract with me ends tomorrow. Beautiful. What a legend. Let's have a look at his career performance very quickly. 25 games, 5 goals, 6 assists in the league. It ain't the worst. I prefer looking at from the performance screen over all competitions. 5 goals, 3 assists over 18 appearances total. In the FA Cup, he played pretty poor. In the South, he's played pretty good at a 6.91. And in the Trophy, he didn't play a game. But there you go. We got Bath at home. If our away form is like that, we'll be fine. I still expected us to beat Horsham. But they were actually pretty decent, I thought. But yeah, anyway. So let's go through to the next day or so. We will look at maybe getting an attacking midfielder in if we make some sales and free up some wage. Horsham make a Stewart bid. Here we go. Stewart bid. And we view the offer, please. £0. Yeah, that's fine. We do have a scouting report of 20 people, so let's have a look. We got Joe Duffy again still here. If we go to overview, we've been always talking about Duffy. Duffy could be an attacking midfielder, to be fair. He can get up and down, and he's got a good run for ball, and he can get through the centre. I wouldn't mind getting Duffy a trial for a couple of weeks because Duffy hasn't found a club in 6 months, and for those that don't know how it works, is that players, when they can't find a club, the longer they can't find a club, they will lower their wage expectation. So if they turn around and say to me, Joe Duffy turns around and says, hey, I'm going to come to you for only £400 a week for the next 2 years. I'll be like, great, because if I don't get promoted this year, you'll be really good for this level. And if you get promoted next year, you've got the potential to be really good for the level above. So Joe Duffy is going to now get a trial. Back button is now working. There we go. One more back button needed. Keep scouting if we could. All right. Next is, let's just go by potential. So we've got Joe Lewis, who's a holding fullback, and he is on loan at Ipswich. I'm just going to go, boys. You don't need to scout something like that. I'm probably actually going to go by scouting position and just by contract and see who has got Munskies here. So you're on for money. Look, to be fair, we actually should start looking at guys that are going to be out of contract next year. So let's have a look at Nagoy. He's a star. Okay, he needs to come in. He's really good. Jay Sending Nagoy has got a contract expiring in 6 months' time. See, I should be able to make a contract offer to him. But yeah. Not that I would right now, but have a look at him. 6'2", very well rounded. He would play centre back for me. He'd be the ball playing centre back because he can actually ball play. He's really good. All right, the book is alive, boys. The book is alive. The book is alive. Exclamation book in chat. Season 2, part 2 Prem signings. He's going to go on the shortlist for sure. All right, we have got Jay, Senga, Nagoy, centre back. Could be £0 if they don't time to a new deal. Where have you played? It was at Reading. He then went to a championship club on loan from Reading and played 11 games before getting released and being picked up here, which is wild. It's only on £600 a week. Man, I would pick him up right now if I could, but I can't. I would 100% pick him up. Oh, end of contract. I can't do that. Oh my god. Okay, cancel. Okay, we can get off that screen. That was ridiculous. Something happened there. Back to that scout report, please. Play recommendations. So why can't I initiate the contract with him? It doesn't say that I can here, yet he's out of contract in 6 months. It's pretty weird. It's probably because he's under the age of 25. He's under the age of 24. That's why. And it's in England. And he's an English-based player, so they need compensation. Wait. Anyhow, he's really good. Add him to the shortlist. That's what I want to do anyway. Add to the shortlist indefinitely. I would pick him up. Even if I got promoted to the League 2. In the Sky Bet League 2, I think he'd still be very serviceable. I like him a lot. Anyway, let's go back to recruitment here. That was a very roundabout way to get there, Damien. Here. Recommendations. There we are. We got there. Cool. So Nagoy is in the shortlist. Keep scouting him. I think he's fantastic. We need to look at contracts that are expiring. So Michael Parker's contract is not. He's on loan from West Brom. He's not bad. He's a pretty good centre back. He's 6'6". He's probably good for the level above, let's be honest. A leading player and a potential League One. And his contract is up next year. So what I'm thinking with Michael Parker is he'll go back to West Brom. We could pick him up at loan if we get promoted, make him really happy, and then get him on a free contract. That's what I would do. We're going to add him into the shortlist here indefinitely as well. He's very well-rounded and can play ball playing and can play left back if needs be. I'm going to disregard scouting him though. So we got Jack at Hemel Hempstead, and he's fairly quick. But he's not that good. So we're going to disregard. I think also what we should do here before we do any of this as well, go back to not selection info, go back to scout position, is who is rubbish. And all you guys are not going to even get a look in. And now we look at everyone else. So general view would be good. And unfortunately, you can't insert the view or you can't change the view, which is annoying because I would love to add in potential and whatever. Overview doesn't work either because you can't do any of that, and there's no customization. So you have to go by that scout position. And it's just like, yeah, okay. Really, really good. Awesome. All right. So they got this guy here is a left back. I've got a good left back. He's a star player at Enfield. He's probably looking to get rid. I will say he would be decent as a backup winger on this side here. He's a bit short to play centre back. Like, he's pretty good, is what I would say. I would add him into the shortlist for a year. And if he's like relatively cheap at 21, I would. This is a guy that's come from Millwall, so he probably knows how to make a challenge, which is pretty interesting. Keep reporting. Josh Harrop still on a free as well, by the way. I could. He would be a really good inside forward on the left hand side. And since we're using a left hand forward on the inside side, on that side, it's really good. I like him because he's got a little bit more pace at 30, but he's 30, so I probably won't. I'm gonna disregard him, I think. Target forward Chris Martin, he's on a free 37. Look, Chris Martin's really well rounded. He just got released from Bristol. He's got a bid in already from RAF Rovers. I'm not going to buy this guy because he's not getting into my first team. Victor Yuda at Totten on a free, the Nigerian. Hello, buddy. He's only 21. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Like, I could pick him up for free right now. How many goals are you scoring at Totten? You're in my division. He's got 6 goals in 19. Like, I really shouldn't pick him up because we've got obviously this guy here. Where's Yumra? And I would love to compare both of them, but I can't. Actually, we can, but you have to do it this way. And compare him with Yumra here. Where's Yumra? Yumra. There he is, Josh. Oh, you can actually see the reports. Okay, they fixed this. Nice. You can't still see what you want, but in attributes. But yeah, 21 versus a 28-year-old. Victor's got better dribbling, better fishing than Yumra. Same first touch. Good long shot, good marking, good passing. Marking doesn't really matter. Long shots, whatever. He's got good passing. He's got better than Yumra. Better technique. Good acceleration from Victor. A bit more agility too. Yumra's a bit more whatever. Yumra's really good as a jumping reach, pace and whatever. Interesting. What foot are you? Got a left foot, which doesn't help, but he's got a reasonable right foot. I'm almost tempted to say to Victor Yudo, hello, do you know the PC and console versions are identical? Yes, I do. You could kind of see that's what they were going to do when they built this UI. They made it so that it could be, because they want to get as many console players as possible, because they can see the future of the game being that everyone owns it on console more than PC, which is probably true because it will come out free on console. Everyone will pick it up on console. They'll be casual. They only play 3, 4, 5 hours maybe. The only problem is that your hardcore viewers and players, like I'm a hardcore, I'm probably not as vocal and I don't really care as much, but the hardcore is like, hang on a second, this is not made for us. And it's true. They've made it to the masses of the people that are going to play it and pick it up for free when it comes out for free on the PlayStation Store and stuff. But cool to their own. I understand why they've done it. It's not like I'm upset with them doing it. Just should have been made better, is what I'm saying. But yeah. I just had a message at work. Let me do it. I could get both of them. Thing is, I would have to play him on the left, and I guess we could play him on the left, because I think as a winger he's missing, but on the left he'd be really good to come inside and get at people. But yeah. Also got my girlfriend just texted me that she got to work, so I better text back. Look, nothing happens unless he actually wants to come to me. He has no interest, so it doesn't even matter anyway. I'm going to try and approach to sign him. He's just joined this club. Well, look, Victor, me and you are going to have some fun in about a year's time. Identify. I'm going to put him in the list that we're going to pick him up on a free when we get promoted. If we get promoted. That is the word. Totten, I don't think, are going to get promoted. But Victor Yuda, he's at Totten. 21 striker and free money. He's in the book. Exclamation book in chat for those on Twitch. If I can spell. There you go. On YouTube, that's not going to work, but get him in the book. Get him in the book. Get him in the book. I think it's better than most people are giving it for, but there's definitely some problems and some big problems. I'm pretty vocal and giving my honest opinion that the match engine and tactics are great, and it's good for the future of the game, and you got to remember it's the first time they've built it in Unity, and the graphics are going to look way better in 2, 3, 4 years' time. I'm a big believer that once they figure everything out, FM28, FM29, and FM30 be the best FMs ever made of all time, right? Graphically, the way this game is going to go is next level. I've just put $1,000 in my PC. I've got a GeoForce RTX 570. Yeah, so no issues there. My computer's pretty good. But there's also some glaring stuff. So UI is a lot better after this patch. It's actually loading really quick, but it was pretty laggy, pretty buggy. There's way too many clicks to find stuff. Way too many clicks to find stuff, which is annoying too. But in terms of building tactics, it's fun, right? And you got to remember, what's the biggest thing that people do, right? Build tactics, play the game. They've got those two nailed down. So that tells me they have a base to build a really good game. The problem is that someone like me that's been playing it since FM13, FM16 since Steam, right? It's on Steam. I've been pirating it for a few years before I actually bought the plug and bought it for the first time in FM16. Been hooked ever since. Is that the UI change is so different and no one likes change. And I get that. And it took me about 15 hours to get used to the UI. It shouldn't take you 15 hours to get used to the to get used to the UI. It is what it is. What the problem is trying to get to places and small little life improvements. I was just trying to sell a player. Who was it that we were trying to sell? Clamera, or we lost it up Noah Stewart. For me to go to transfers and offer him out, right? You got to go to, obviously, offer via transfer room. For me to offer him out, we would always click on this to get the value. Obviously, he has no value. I can't do that. It just brings up Alan Dervinshire to say, hey, what do you want me to do as your general football to go and do it? No. I just want to click his value so his value's there. So when we get to the Premier League and I've got a winger that's worth £40 million, right, or $40 million, I can't click that value to lock in 40 million his transfer value. And you can't go to here to miss his transfer value. And you might be thinking this guy's on a 0. Same with Clamera is worth 3k. Couldn't do that. Little life improvements like that. The data hub, not having the heat map, not having a pass map. If you look at the data hub, right, now we're going on a tangent, but you've asked. Squad data hub. Matchday data hub. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Right, I haven't even gone to the screen too much. This tells me bugger all. I'm someone that doesn't like the polygons. I know that means we're outperforming, we're having more shots than everyone else per game and whatever, but it tells you bugger all. I want to be able to go into my team analytics and I want to choose the visuals that I want, and I want goal output, for instance. Great. This tells me a lot more. It says we're high scoring and impenetrable, which I disagree with because we do concede a lot, right? But it doesn't tell me how many goals per game it is, how many chances you're giving up, how many you're conceding per game. But yeah, it's weird. League defending. They reckon that we are... I don't even know where we are. Here we are, right? And you can't even highlight over to see who it is. But they reckon we got fewer blocks and fewer clearances per game. Cool. Which means we do jackal when we defend. And now that I've ticked this, it's done all that. And it hasn't given me like my stuff that I want. Right, I've got my goal output. I've got my scoring, goals from set pieces, probably something, right? Doesn't tell me how many goals you're scoring from set pieces. Just tells you that you're in and around here. Right, you got your possession stats, so possession percentage. But I want to know actually how much possession am I keeping. You know, so passing, for instance, we are a team that takes fewer passes and accurate. I can tell you straight away, we are the team that keeps arguably the most possession in the comp, from what I've watched. And I say that we're loose in possession, which makes a little bit weird because we have a lot of possession usually. We do have games where we get dominated too, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. But, like, the data hub doesn't give you enough detail is what I'm trying to say. The data hub used to be so great. I use the data hub quite a fair bit. Not that in-depthly, but I'm like, I want my XG table, I want my match momentum, I want to see our attacking threat, right, our attacking ability, our set piece numbers, and how we're defending. That's all I want to see, those 5 things. And from there I can see the tactics working or not. I can't go find all of that now. And it's really annoying. So yeah, there's some quality of life improvements that I need to get to, but hopefully they will. Anyhow, let's get into this next game here. Duffy's on trial, I will accept. I've been watching Joe Duffy for a little bit, and he's pretty good. Unfortunately, Euron is gone. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You've been the one. You've been the one for me. Look, they brought him back and transfer listed him straight away. Can I make a transfer offer and make an inquiry? Or transfer offer, withdraw, transfer interest. Can I make a transfer offer? Make an offer. Loan. See, that I hate this. They should be tested in a different environment, and they're just going to reject it. What environment you're trying to transfer this to him? You may as well just let him come to me. I'm going to pick him up on a free if I could, but I can't go for him just yet. But yeah, K Urim is now in the shortlist for sure, and I will pick K up next year. He played really well. He looked pretty good. And probably misused him for the first half of this year, to be fair too. I think we can pick him up on a free. It's only 20. Let me just text the girlfriend here quickly. Let me go brag about something at work. But yeah, anyway, K Urim is really good. But good on, my lover. Good on, my friend. All right, so Duffy's on loan. Let's see what my coaches think, even though my coaches aren't that great. They think he's a good South player and has a national South ability. Passing, possesses a fair amount of pace, has to do some work marking. As a central midfielder, he gets in on this list in my top 3. Like, I don't have any time for Matt Robertson, to be fair. I don't think he's that good. I think what I will do for my next game, though, is Matt Robertson is going to come in. Pitchard's going to move into here, and Matt Robertson moves straight into here because he can play DM. And it's not that bad. In possession, he's good, and out of possession, he's, he can do a job. But yeah, can I see the league table? Of course you can, mate. That's actually really easy to find, which is pretty good when you're on this screen. There's a league table. We're struggling a little bit for the squad that we have, but not that bad. That draw really hurt us. But, Worthing, who were undefeated for the first 10 games of the season until I beat them, and then I went on a losing streak after that. They've gone on a losing streak. They've lost a couple of players, had a couple of injuries, so Worthing aren't there. Salisbury are top on 48 points. It's becoming really tight. Look at the XG table. Worthing should be top, but they've copped it a little bit of late. We should be in second, and we're not. We're in fifth. Teams have scored 8 more goals in our defence than where we should be. But yeah, Salisbury, should be fifth, for top. But yeah, there we are. In terms of season preview, they have Dagenham and Redbridge as going up. And I don't think they are. Andy Carroll has not got going. Then Dorking, then Totten as well with Udar. Like, is he their best player? You can't see best player. You can only see key players, and he is their key player. But that is the league table as it sits. We've got a game coming up. Recruitment, Maidenhead players, tactical advice, cool. I'm going to have a look at Duffy. We need to make sure we wait until we make a sale, though. Because we've got 2.8 available, and can we adjust the transfer and wage budget? Yeah, can we do that? That gives us some available wage at least. No, not just yet. Let me save the game quickly. Oh god, it doesn't show you. No, it doesn't. It does, but it's really hard to see. So like, this doesn't, right? If we go to season preview, if we go to stages, green is automatic, blue is playoff, red is relegation. It says it here, but it's not like it's highlighted like it used to be on FM. Like the old FMs, that Totten would be in red, right? Salisbury would be in green. We would be in blue, like the whole line. It's only now just here, which is really annoying. But yeah, here's what it is. Anyhow, we've saved the game, so if there is a crash, we should be fine. You know, I say to everyone, I'm pretty, even on FM24, I just always say before every game anyway, but especially with the crash, we've had a couple. We had one when we lost to Enfield in this save, we crashed, and then we went back and we drew 0-0 because the game had nothing. And our first game of the season against Chesham on stream and for YouTube, we crashed at 1-1 in a game. We had like 70% possession, 20-something shots, getting absolutely FM to be 1-1. Loaded back here, we lost 1-0 against Chesham, and Chesham dominated us for the whole 90 minutes, and it looked really bad. But yeah, anyhow, it is what it is. That's what I think started our poor run of form at the start of the season, was literally that reload. Anyway, Van I can never pronounce his name. We need to come up with a nickname for Van Stappershoff. I'm going to call him the Wall, or the Dutch Wall. I like his name, though, Geordie Van Stappershoff. That's what I'm going to go with. We got Geordie Van Stappershoff in goal. We got Welch Hayes. We got De Havilland, our club captain, who I may not re-sign next year. Bartley and Sears. Wells Morris, our new signing, who is fantastic. Pitchard's now moved into the attacking midfielder role, which he much prefers. And Robinson's come back into the team. We were obviously not playing him at all, but now he's back. Barrett has moved into the left-hand side due to injury to Polar. And Mitchell is gone to the right-hand side because he's more of a natural winger. And we've got Umrah up front, who is pretty good for this division. We should be winning, but who knows? And let's continue on. As I said, I don't have many meetings. I'm currently logged into work, so if you do hear the odd Teams message, my bad. But yeah, give a worthy display, boys. And as always, go and make yourselves pretty proud and pretty happy, lads. Everyone looked happy. Good. Do you prefer 1.25 times speed or 1 time speed, by the way? I'll play this game on 1 time speed because we've been playing on 1.25 and see if there's a difference for you guys. I don't mind either way. I've been watching Tom FM's videos because I like Tom's content, obviously. And he plays on 1 times and it looks not bad. So I'm more than happy to do that, by the way, and just move it to a 1 time speed. But I like playing on 1.25 because it gets through the games a little bit quicker. But up to you guys what we play on. I think 1 times because the graphics are so much better is perfectly fine. You can actually see what's going on, which is really good. Or like FM24, it didn't matter. You could play on 4 times speed and still see what's going on. Now, as always, because the game is saved, they've put them on out of possession. Put them on in possession, right? And as I've explained, I think this is a glitch, even though they don't have to. If you're in possession, your fullbacks do not engage because they think they need to be bobbing on. So they're like, oh, but we're in possession. We should be doing movement. Where it's like, no, go press and actually win the ball, right? I also believe if you're in the in-possession tactic, they don't go into the out-of-possession shape. So you need to go into out-possession to get them to do that. And then they don't trap how you tell them to if you leave it on in-possession. You have to be on the out-possession tab for them to trap. We tell our team to trap inside because all the goals we conceded first half of the year have literally been wingers beating my men and crossing the ball in the box. So I've told everyone, let them come into the middle of the park where I've got 2 really good defensive midfielders. Done. Let's play. 72% possession and away we go. Van Stappershoff. Since I've made this change, we've gone on a winning run and have not lost and been around. Into Hayes. Finds Lawson. Good ball into Yumra dropping in. Need a runner. Finds Robinson. Robinson. Barrett. Shoots from distance. And in the end, it's a keeper save. So that does feel like a touch too slow to me, but it might be easier on the eye. And yeah, highlight now down the other end. Since doing this, most of our conceding has now come from set pieces. But yeah. We probably should have conceded then, as Matthew's effort is blocked by, I think it was Hayes. That happens a lot, by the way, Kit Clash. They just put whatever their away kit is, they put it on, and whatever our home kit is, that's it. They can't tell that, like, oh my god, your away kit's red, my away kit's red. Like, they need to really fix the Kit Clash. But yeah, anyway, Haviland finds Bartley. You can just tell that we have the shorts. Robinson, Umrah, Barrett, Umrah. Great run too, Barrett. 1-0, good football. And now that our team cohesion's up, we're actually getting something out of the inside forwards. And Barrett makes it 1-0. A good finish. A left foot finish from the left-footed playing on the left-hand side, which is a little bit whatever. Great camera angle this. Great 1-2. Back ball through. And Barrett with the outside of his left foot tucks it in the corner. And we lead 1-0. Anyhow, Hayes finds Lawson. Hayes into Haviland. Bartley. Good ball out there to Sears. Look at the run of the channel forward, the channel mid. Robinson's got options. Barrett's there. Good football. It's 2-0. And as you guys can see, compared to the other two streams that we have done on this save, because on the out of position tab, we're playing football. And the boys are like, know what to do defensively. It allows them to do what they want to do attackingly. Also because it takes a long time to get cohesion, being semi-professional because they don't train every day. Now that we've got a bit of team cohesion, we are playing some good footy. And that is 2-0. That's my only issue with ripping up this team if we do get promoted. Or even stay in the division and we lose in the playoffs, which we have to make the playoffs. We're getting sacked. Yeah, we might have us trouble again with team cohesion, but that's fine. Anyway, Birdmore. See, look at that. They look at the sprint to get back into the shape, even though we're going to get hit on the break because we were further up the field. But that's fine. And in the end, Stapashoff done well. Anyhow, 2-0 up. Match momentum is all us, which is quite nice to see. Want me to play for set pieces? Anyway, Davies with the ball. That's a pretty good ball. We're going to concede here. Oh, we should have conceded. We will still concede. Brad Ash. 2-1 on the break. Pretty good move from them, to be honest. But yeah. It is what it is. A little bit against the run of play, but yeah. We do have a habit of conceding multiple goals in clumps as well, but that might be a squad thing. That's a good run from Davies. And in the end, that's a pretty good save from Van Stoppershoff. This is where I would throw out a demand more shout, because it seems like they're getting on top of us. I'm just going to move to balance until halftime and just try and get the boys to just be that little bit more composed and get us into 2-1 at halftime. We've got our lead. Oh, don't do that. Don't give them a highlight. All right, it's 2-2, boys. My bad. Moving to balance didn't work. It's going to be 2-2, unless this is pointless, which does happen occasionally. You do get the pointless halftime highlight, but this is probably going to be a chance. Hayes heads away, and this is going to be a shot. Beautiful. 2-2. We were dominating. We looked really good. Come on, lads. Really should be winning this game. Every time we turn the stream on, it's like, oh, OBS is on, you're recording and you're streaming. Oh, yeah, we're going to play like crap. Ridiculous. Anyhow, I would prefer to see him go short here and let one of these guys run in one-on-one, but Barrett will shoot. I'll tell you what, he's hit the bar. Apparently, Bin's got a finger to it too as well as the ball actually goes out the stadium. And there we are. So as you can see, Umrah goes out here and it forces him inside, and I got midfielders, and then they just go long, and Umrah should be fine. But the ball goes back to him. Kick clash is awful. Here we go. They're breaking with way too much relative ease. Not a good game from us here at all. We've had 16 shots. We've been much the better side, but this has been our whole season. We've been the better side in lots of games and not done well. We've conceded like every chance. Not been a good game from us at all. Anyway, Sears on the run. See if he can do something. He's been having a pretty good time of late. Pretty good ball back stick, but Umrah won't win that one. Pitchard. Lawson, beat your man. So then he goes back to Wells. Finds Robinson. We keep it nicely. And then he shoots. Wow, it wasn't far away. It was off the bar. Good effort in the end. And in the end, Sears fouls his man, which, look, as long as he doesn't get booked, it's a not bad place to foul. It was a pretty horrible ball, though, so probably didn't need to. It's a good place to foul because it's so far away from your goal, but at the same time, probably didn't need a foul in that area. I'm going to make a couple changes here. So Lawson's had a stinker. I'm going to get Harriet out there, try and change the game. I think that's definitely something we can do. And I'm going to get Ferdinand in for Robinson. Maybe we should be starting Ferdinand over Robinson, actually, in that role as well, because he's more of a defensively minded midfielder. And that could help us solidify here a little bit. If you look at the stats, we probably deserve to find a winner, but it doesn't look like it's going to come, lads. Doesn't look like it's going to come at the moment. Time ticking away. I'll do whatever you want me to do there and replace Hayes for Clamiro late doors, even though I'm selling him. Is there a highlight here, or is this going to finish 2-2? In the end, a game where all the goals came in the first half. We've been much the better side there. 21 shots, 1.21 XG, 61% possession. You would say who should have won this game. But again, it's another one of those games where we have dominated and not won, which is very annoying. And when you're in this sort of fight, you can't afford to draw these games against Bath, who are... I don't see him. Bath. Bath City are in ninth, so like they're decent, but you should be winning. When's the next game? We play Touro in the FA Trophy. I don't really care about the FA Trophy, to be honest, so I'm probably just going to rotate in this game. But yeah, very annoying. It probably will be a buggy mess on release, and they're going to need a few patches, but it is what it is. I'm still going to end up playing it anyhow. I'm a sucker. Stupid. Hasn't told me if we're made those sales. Face Truro City. I don't really care about beating Truro. This is a game that I don't particularly... It's the FA Trophy, let's be honest. Where are Truro based? That's the question. I don't know what I do with Duffy because I like him and I think he would be an improvement, but at the same time, Pitchard's not the greatest defensive midfielder and I would be putting him as a channel mid. So yeah, anyhow, it is what it is. I think what we are going to do is just do this, do this, do this, do that. Noah Stewart for Umrah. Dawson for Noah Stewart. Get Ewan in for Pitchard too. Just rotating a little bit here. That's what I'm thinking. Make an offer. Just a little bit of tech diff in the office. Give me 1 second, boys, because I'm obviously working from home remotely, so I just need to let them know. Let's see. Probably... Probably do something like that. A bit of rotation. We probably get Ockrane in, but he's out, unfortunately. So let's get Clara in like that. And I want to get Hayes out as well. We get the guy that we're about to sell to. Whilst they're here, we might as well use him. Bartley can just play, because let's be honest, he'll be fine. Let's do something like that. Right, done. Some match got postponed. I'm surprised it hasn't happened more. I think what we need is a winger. Like, I think if we were to get a left winger that is really good, that wouldn't be bad. So we might go after a left winger, is what I might do. A bit more of a rotated side here, as you can see. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. There we are, that's much better. Yeah, a bit more of a rotated squad. Not really trying to do too much here. Collins is in goal, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. I think Truro are in the division above us by memory. This is going to be another click cash, isn't it? Oh, my word. It's even worse because they wear black too. Like, look at this. It's not that bad because they've got black and red, but we're also black and red. Just luckily our red kit is whatever. Yeah. I don't expect to win this game, as mentioned. I expect to lose. But we do have a highlight here. Mitchell Lawson. Good ball back stick. Not one. Go Ewan, one of our youngsters. Beat him. Get down the line, Ewan. That's my boy. Straight up Mr. Les Ferdinand in goal. Don't even know if it's Les. Just saying it. Because, you know, obviously Les Ferdinand is Les Ferdinand. Anyhow, Wilson into Kite, into Lawson, into Semenyo. Not the actual Semenyo, obviously, but it'd be cool to have a Semenyo. Poor man Semenyo back stick. It's a pretty good ball. We should be 1-0 down. And we are. It's a pretty good ball in. Can't do much about that. As I said, we fully rotated because the FA trophy doesn't really matter. So it's just about doing whatever. And yeah, kind of what Liverpool did this morning to throw a competition that doesn't matter. This does not matter. The board's not even, like, caring. But yeah. If you look at the stats, though, even though we're not having much of the ball, even though this is a possession-based system, we are creating. So, yeah. One new at half-time, pointless highlight. That's perfectly fine. Get your act together is what I'm going to say. I don't particularly care too much. I'm just glad we got to rotate, play Bailey in a game, you know, do all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. We're actually staying toe-to-toe with a rotated side against Turo, which is pretty good. I'd take that. Hold on, Bailey. Into Honor Rise. That's a ball over the bar. I don't even know if we're on the in-possession, out-possession tab. Forgot to do it. Maybe we are, maybe we're not. Yeah, we're on in-possession. Let's go to out-possession and watch us win now. Watch the game go, oh, you actually want to defend now, so then you play better. I swear it shouldn't matter, but I feel like it does. Watch us score now that we made that change. Which is shouldn't be a change, but it's just how the game picks it up. Watch us do something. There it is. Oh. Did you see that? He's gone to kick it to his keeper and he's kicked it into the side netting in the post. Oh, shivers. That was good. That was worthy of watching. Let's go get... I'm going to get Stewart on. I'm just going to get Barrett off just to save him. You can play out wide. I don't really care about this game if you can't tell. And... yeah. Cool. All I know is Mitchell Lawson can't really start for us moving forward. So we did try this experiment this morning and it has not worked. If you look at the match stats, we've been the better side. Probably deserve a goal. And we're 2-0 down. Beautiful. It's typical football manager. You dominate, you lose. You play poor, you lose. And if you play okay, you lose. Fun. Yet to win a game on stream today, but all well and good. May as well go to attacking and let the boys actually have a run. Yet again, if you look at the stats and the highlights and whatever, we played the better of the two there, but all good. Is what it is. We receive 2.2k and we get beat. Nice. Here's what it is. Let's go pick our best 11. You can't pick best 11. Pick without restriction. Best 11, done. There you go. Papula, Barrett, Umrah. They reckon Duffy in that attacking mid-roll with Wells and with Robinson. I'll probably disagree with that, personally. Duffy would be really decent in here. He's really good. And I think Pitchard, wherever he is, would probably play over Robinson. And then we would just pick our bench, which is that, which is Ferdinand for Onrise, which is probably Urine for Stewart. Ferdinand, Robertson, Calera, Collins, yeah. Probably need a centre-back on the bench. Who do I normally bring into the bench? That would work. It's because Cochrane is injured. I'd play Camara and Cochrane on the bench. Oh, Bailey, left-back. Probably comes in for Robinson. That's probably what I would do. Obviously, that's not the team we can pick, but at least it's set up that way, which is perfectly fine. So we could get Duffy in. I still think we probably just need a winger. So let's go search for a winger. Play recommendations. They've got a list here of a few people. Cool. I need someone now. And this guy's on a free and he can play left wing. But he's a left winger, isn't he? He's a proper left winger. 23-year-old Ryan Jones, proper left winger. Was released from Aldershot. Played at Hungerford, then Bristol. Weird. Western Supermare. So he's always been around the lower levels. They think he's decent. And I do say that Ryan's probably decent, but I don't need a left back. I need a winger that can cut inside. I need a... Barrett's showing me they can play really well on the right. So we need to go and get someone on the left because Papula keeps getting injured. Let's go to recruitment here. Go through the play recommendations. So I think you're pretty good. And look, Udo, we're going to disregard scouting you because it's just, we know that you're good, but we can't get you. Tyrone Williams is 31 and wanted overviews. He's a centre-back and he's pretty decent, got good pace. He just got released from Chesterfield. I don't need you because I think we've got a decent defence, but worth probably scouting still because we could pick you up. No one else on this list, right, is free. So now we just go by position and we just go you and you, right? Unless Stan, you're like really quick, and he actually is really quick. And how old are you? 24, listed for 3.5k. Interesting. At Hampton and Richmond as a fringe player. He's like a leading regional with good national. He'd be pretty good off the bench. Because you're like, you're right-footed. You're pretty good at running with the ball down the right. You've got natural pace and you've got natural fitness. Like, I would actually get him in for $0 and be like, you're just going to run on the right-hand side and beat people. Off you go. He's not the worst, actually. Keep him in this list because I could maybe pick him up. Not for that price. Playmaking right back. Interesting. Let's go and remove you, though. JV, I don't probably need you. You're 21. You're at Enfield Senior. You're not the worst. You're not the best. Disregard. Romney is 18 years of age at Worthing on a free, but he's on a long-term deal. And he's got no pace. Don't think we're ever going to get you because it's just your contract situation. Torquay, this guy's leaving on a free, 2032, Bath City, Truro for a long time. So just a proper non-league, like a non-league footballer that just works around. Nothing against those guys. Jordan is on loan from Boston United, very well rounded at 25. His contract actually expires at the end of the year. I am going to probably add you to the shortlist for a year. And off we go. Now, he's over the age of 25. Can I approach him for a contract? See, I can't make an offer to pick him up. But he should be on a free, should he not? You got 6 months left on your deal. I should be able to go to you and pick you up on a free. Yeah, I think free contracts are broken. Yeah, I can't approach anyone for a contract. That's very odd. I don't know if that's because I'm in non-league, or if it's broken. See, like end of contract. I should be able to make the end of contract offer. I don't want my head of assistant to go and do that. And this screen's buggy too, but yeah. Interesting. Anyway, back to recruitment because we're actually looking for people. I actually need to go bathroom really quickly too. Jordan Cooper's whatever, right? This guy called Kay Corbett is a 23-year-old at Chelmsford who was at Peterborough and West Ham. He can play on the left as an inside forward or as a winger, and he's like relatively quick for this level. I don't think we're ever going to get him unless he leaves on a free. I think what we do is we add him into the shortlist for a year and we just disregard scouting him, because if he does leave, it will come up in my news report. And I think you're decent. And the reason why I think Stan's decent is I think pace is super important. We're going to go to player database here in a second. We are going to go and edit this search and we are going to clear all filters. All right? I think pace is super important. John Cotton, by the way, is a 16-year-old that just genned out and is on a free, and they reckon he's really good. And he's got pace. John Cotton's got pace, which is really handy, and I think pace is really, really important, right? Unfortunately, he's not a winger, and he's left-footed. Thanks, Tom O'Lad. How's things? Good to see you in the chat. Think he's got pace, which I think is really important, but we're not going to go for him. Especially in the long levels. But anyway, all right. As I said, I need to go to the bathroom really quickly. So let me just go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. And then we're going to go for a scout. And who sent me a message at work? All right. That would be the morning coffee. That is definitely coming ready and out. Alright, let's go, boys. Oh, morning coffee has been expunged. Probably more information than you'll probably need. But anyhow, alright. I think pace is super important, and I think we need a winger. It's either a right winger that's really quick or an inside forward on the other side. Either or. I would say probably, to be fair, the winger. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get a choice. I just want to see add attributes and just acceleration and pace at 15 and see if anyone comes up. We got 15 players that come up, and we got this 16-year-old that comes up. And we got like this guy here that's wanted and whatever. So cool. I'm going to take Cotton back again on offer and on trial for 4 weeks because he might be the best thing that comes out of my academy. I would actually should offer him a deal because he's got that potential, even though I don't think he's that good. But yeah, is what it is. Let's go and have a look and see what's going on. There's an Australian we're going to go for him. Max Caputo. I don't think that's actual Caputo, but he's on a free. Interesting. Oh my God, he's so good. Caputo. Okay, we found our winger. Here's the Aussie. Where did you just get released from? Melbourne City. Max Caputo. Off a trial for a couple of weeks. If Caputo wants to come in, boys, he's in. Look how good he is for this level. Determination, flair, pace, off the ball, all that sort of stuff. I doubt he's coming into me. That would be a steal. That the fact that he even is like doubtful. Like if I move up from doubtful to persuadable, is he like in that list? He still was in this list. Oh my word. Max Caputo. And apparently this guy called Tyler Robinson's not that great. He's a bit of a winger on one side. And like I don't expect any of these guys to be any good. Like at all. Because I'm looking just solely for pace. But I just wanted to see what was around. And I always say make sure it's on doubtful because you'll be able to talk him into it. Max Caputo might actually come in. My only issue with Caputo is he may not be able to get a work permit. Even though he's Australian and we have a pretty good working relationship with the UK, he might not get a work permit. And I don't think you can find out anymore if he has a dual nationality or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't say eligibility or anything. So to me, that means that he's whatever. That would be a signing though. Back to the database. John's going to come in on loan. He's going to come in on a trial. Now what we're going to do is actually look for a winger. So what we're going to do is go to 2 attributes. We're going to add attributes and highlight midfield roles. Just a winger, if you could. And like 12s. And I don't think we're going to get anything here. And like, if I could maybe like, let's match like a 10. 9. We get 2 people. We get Max Caputo and we get a guy called Finn Welch who's on loan. Who actually would be a pretty good loan. Look how good he is. But yet again, he's not a winger. He's a central midfielder, which is really annoying because he would be really good. He would actually probably be really good in this role here as that attacking midfielder. Comes in to get the ball, likes to dictate tempo. Yeah, he would be the attacking midfielder. Good dribbling, good passing, good off the ball, good whatever. What sort of loan would you want? Make an offer. What sort of loan deal are you looking for? Only £460 a week is bugger all. I would say none selected just in case. For £460, Finn Welch for loan for the rest of the year could be really good. Like, that's fairly cheap. So Kamara's done. That, by the way, frees up a K worth of wage. Duffy's trial I'm not going to go with because I may as well get this guy in who is better than Duffy. And Caputo and Cotton can both come in on trial. And like, I'm just going to sign Cotton even though he's not that good just because I think we can. Like, approach to sign, what sort of deal, future prospect, finalise deal, negotiate a contract, non-contract. If you get us an appearance, mate. If you get an appearance, I want to give you like bugger all money. Yeah, whatever. Likelihood he never makes an appearance, but, you know, whatever. Please say yes. Max Caputo. If Max Caputo comes in, this would be insane. We could afford this. Let's get rid of that, Let's make that 10%. I will give you a more assist bonus, and if you're ever on the bench, do that, and we can do this. Mate, £1,100 for him to be in for a year. This is insane. Now it comes down to work permit issues. But he would be insane, Max Caputo. If Max Caputo comes in, we've got a winger that should break the game. See, for me, Welch is really good. He's played 2 games on loan for Boston. Hasn't played, but he's played under 21 games, I would imagine. Like, non-competitive only once, but it'll be because he's in the 21s and it's a bit bugged. I think he's fantastic. Here's Finn Welch. Like, when I look at Max Caputo as an inside forward, our coaches think he's a good League 2 player and could be a championship player. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Max Caputo comes in? Oh, please. This would be insane. This would be insane if we sign Max Caputo. Asher Year is out. That's fine. Oh, hang on. Offers made to Caputo. Look at all these clubs that have made an offer to Caputo. Max, please. Please, Max. Please, Max. By the way, we've got out a heap of wages here. Come on, Max. Please, Max. Do it, Max, boy. Come on. Of course we made a bid for Max Caputo, and here we are. I want to actually show this to the YouTube. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Standard Football Manager stuff, this. We've been scouting for a winger because I think we need one. Max Caputo got released from the A-League. The only reason that other clubs can know about this guy in our level is because I'm Australian and I'm an Australian manager and I have the Australian League loaded. So I went and found him. And we might not even get a work permit. Happy to come in for only 1.1k a week, which we can afford because we just made some sales. Good League 2, potential championship. Look at the other clubs after we've made a bid that have come in. Malmesbury, who just won the league in real life. Barnsley, West Brom. Like, no one knew about him until I made a bid. But we have him a contract for 1.1k a week. In terms of sales, if we can go to recruitment and transfer history and go to the outs, as you can see here, Clamera, Asher, and Noah have all left. In terms of how much they've left for, if I just remove my logo, you can see $0. The main reason we got rid of him was on $750k a week, £700 a week, £750 a week, and £800 a week. That has freed up some wage for me to be able to buy what we need. Other thing that I need to mention is that we did not, I don't remember if I put it in the YouTube episode, but Urim has left because his loan has expired. So I don't have an attacking midfielder, but I think Popolo, who keeps getting injured, is more important to, Our next game is what we're doing on YouTube, which is Enfield City. We might just stay live and just continue through. Can you pinpoint where I've gone live on stream today? We drew to Horsham 0-0 in a game that was even. We then absolutely dominated Bath City, and they scored 2 goals in 10 minutes, did nothing else, and that was it. Very annoying game to be 2-0 up and throw it away. We fully rotated against Turo, who are in the division above us, even though they're in the relegation fight. Full rotation, 11 changes, lost 3-0. Not quite 11 changes, might have been 10. But yeah, that means that we're currently sitting 5th, which is perfectly fine. As you guys can see, on 46 points before this game against Enfield, who are in 7th. So pretty big game. We should be sitting in 4th. We just concede too much XGA. We always concede over our XG. If we could fix this problem, we would be okay. But that has been fairly consistent all year. Considering it's our next game, I'm just going to stay live and do the live com here. We are currently live on stream as well. So if you have enjoyed this episode, it's been filmed over a couple of days. Obviously, I have a partner and a life outside of playing FM. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you know that we're around when we do go live. We are currently live on streaming live for the last 2 hours, played 2 games, and been scouting quite a fair bit. We do have a signing here called John Cotton, just a 16-year-old who's got an insane amount of pace and has got pretty good current ability. Got to accept that transfer. He's on a non-contract, only gets paid if he plays, and there we are. And now we have got our Urim replacement, which is really good. So before I make this deal, I want to go to club and I want to go to our wage budget, if we can see that. Go salary. So yeah, we now have got 21,204 we can spend. We can only got 1854, which is really good. The board are sort of happy with us, but what they're actionable is on course or within the payroll, which we will massively over. But now that we've made these sales, we've done really well. But yeah, I do not have a scout report on Welch. All I know is that he's on loan. He's on 2.3k pounds a week, and they only want to pay £420 Kappa, but £420 per week, or dollars per week. As an attacking midfielder, he's got pretty good acceleration, great determination, good passing ability, good vision. Likes to dictate tempo and beats his opponent. I just think he suits us really, really well. So Finn's coming in. Hopefully he gets a good scout report, but he just looks too good on paper to not be any good, which is really, really nice to see. And let's go and see what Welch looks like. Oh, beautiful. I knew it was going to be a no-brainer, which is really good. In terms of his personal and his contract expires in 168 days at Norwich. So the plan is Finn to make him really happy, be part of the club, get promoted, hopefully, and then just go, we're going to offer you a new contract deal. By the way, this could be because he's under 20-something. I can't approach the sign on contract, which is perfectly reasonable if they're under 24 of age because of the Bosman rule. But I can't do that for people over the age of 24, which is really annoying. But anyhow, we signed Cotton, who probably is our best youth prospect. He's going to be in the 18s, I would imagine. Under 21 squad, that's fine too. Recruitment advice and some scout reports that are there. I won't scout any more because I've been scouting a fair bit. But yeah, Welch is going to come in. And let's go pick the team that it would be picked, which Duffy is not. Duffy's just here on loan and the game just picked it. Welch would come in like this. And Welch in possession, really good. Out of possession, knows what he's doing. So there you go. That's Welch. That's a new signing, which is really good. And replaces Urim. Unfortunately, Urim was here on a free loan, as in no dollars at all. Very disappointed they wouldn't let me keep him for the next 6 months. They just wanted him to move to a different department or a different league. Tested in new waters and then immediately transfer listed him for 75k. So yeah, I would have preferred them just to let him stay with us. Anyhow, we do have an offer here. Peterborough now make a kaput offer, as you can see. We got an on a raise offer who's on 1.1k per week, one of our backup centre-backs. And now that we're out of the FA Trophy, we shouldn't really need to rotate at the back. But yeah, as you can see here, 1.1k a week for a guy that is nowhere near good enough at this level. So we're just going to accept that, and away we go. But yeah, Duffy we're not going to go with. It stays in your task until he's off loan because you can always make him a transfer offer. I understand that. Don't think it should, but it is fine. 3 days now until we play our next game. This one's going to be a bit more of a longer episode because we are live here, everyone. So that's all well and good. Hopefully we don't get a crash, but I haven't experienced a crash in the last 48 hours. There's been a couple of patches and it's made the game look really good. Doesn't give you a countdown to what day they're actually on here. Oh, I don't think so. It just said that we started scouting with 3 days to go, and now I think we're pretty close to the game. Enfield Town, they want us to use this team. They want Wells and Ferdinand to play the other way around over Pitchard. Probably not for me. And Peterborough make a Caputo bid, which is annoying. I don't think we're going to get him, but Max Caputo would have been a signing and a half. He would have been like a player we could have plugged in on the left-hand side, Barrett on the right-hand side, and been like, we are really good. But unfortunately, not going to be the case here. All right, game is tomorrow. We're nearly there. And hopefully, we will win and win our first game on stream after being live for over 2 hours. I hate that we go live and then all of a sudden it's like, whatever. And then as soon as I go off live, I'll close FM, come back an hour later, reopen FM, and I send everything in my Discord. Every game that I don't play on live, I put in my Discord. And yeah, it's very annoying. But anyhow, unread, Maidenhead training, that's all fine. Tom Ewan, by the way, has been developing, which is quite nice. Been using him off the bench, has that potential. Oh, wait, no, I saw this. Usually this only comes up if... Oh, I got excited. This only comes up if you're... what's it called? If you've got him and it says on previous FMs, it's like, oh, work permit. And like, oh my God, you got him. But yeah, Peterborough have got him, which is pretty unfortunate. Yeah, it is what it is. They're probably offering him like 2.5, 3K a week. The fact that he would have taken that was really good. All right, with that being said, just in case we do get a crash, I'm going to cut this part and then go straight to the game. But yep, oh man, I wish we got Max Caputo, but we did get Finn Welch. We did get a 16-year-old who would probably be our best hot prospect into our youth intake. It ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. It ain't too shabby. Ain't too bad, ain't too shabby. I actually see that we're lacking at centre back, to be quite fair, if we cop some injuries at centre back. So yeah. Interesting. We might actually have to go after some centre backs, which is not that great as well. So yeah, this guy comes in on a non-contract, only gets paid if he plays. So like, he's not that bad. He comes in. And we needed another playing non-contract as well for a centre-back. Goalkeeper on loan is actually really decent. What sort of loan offer do they want? It's bugger all money. Bugger all money to come in and be our important goalkeeper. Saying that though, I've been pretty okay with Van Stopoff. Yeah, I hate that he gives you goals scored and goals assisted. He's averaging a 6.78. But he's been okay. Maybe we go after a keeper. We could go after a keeper as well. Start really changing this team, turning it over. Or we might go after some people here as well. I think we need another centre-back though, so well done for doing that one. This guy is probably good enough to keep scouting. This guy can stay on the list. This guy can stay on the list in case we don't find another backup winger, which is fine. Let's go to player recommendations and player database, sorry. And let's just go by like conditions, attributes, and like go to 11. And like, we've got a few people. Hopefully this guy's quick. This guy at Stoke's got 14 pace. He wouldn't be bad. Overview. He's a left footer, so he's more of a... In saying that, he's got 13 finishing, 13 first touch, 11 technique, 15 flair, and decent off the ball. What sort of like loan deal would you be looking for, Stoke? Would want like 1.4k a week. We're not going to go and do that. But like, interesting. Danny De Silva comes up on this list. Danny De Silva. Where did he just get released from? MacArthur. I get all these Australians because I'm an Australian manager. That's pretty funny. Jack Burns at Oxford City. He's not that bad. Asher Hemmings. Man, Ashley Hemmings is really decent. 17 flair. Decent. Like, I think he's a lot better than what they probably reckon. But yeah, anyhow. How are you, Durs Mini? I do not speak. I think that would be Russian or... yeah, something like that. But, hello. Good luck. How are you, Punters Paradise? Mate, how's things? Have you been on the grind? How are you? Good to see you. And then we get 52 players that meet this, which is like whatever. He's not that bad. What on loan? This Swedish guy comes up. He's wanted at the moment by a couple Swedish First Division teams. In fact, he's wanted by a few Swedish First Division teams. Oh, is that Edwin Anderson? He was at, which save? Forest? Stoke. Offer a trial. Thank you. Couple weeks. I think he would be really good for this level, to be honest. Don't know Russian? Shame on you. Cheers, mate. I live in Australia. Not really a thing. It's very broken at the moment, punter, but it's not that bad. Billy Fruster's at Atherton. He's not that good. Terrell Pennant, he's got a little bit of pace, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, right? Is a bit of pace. Someone else here I was going to look at. It was on a free, outside of Anderson. This guy's from Sri Lanka. Is he actually playing for Sri Lanka's national team? He's played 17 caps. Where did you just get released from, son? Sutton, after being at Torquay. Played for Sutton too in the National League this season and got released. Odd. Got decent pace, decent flair. He's got a good right foot, so he could probably be a decent winger. I'd probably look for someone a little bit better. I'm going to offer him a trial just for a week and just have a look. Nathan's only a C rating, so yeah. I am Maidenhead in the National League South. So we're right in the thick of things. All right. Let's go and move this up to 11. We get 4 people that meet. One on a free called Danny De Silva from Australia. I'd highly doubt he'd be any good for this level, to be honest, Danny De Silva. And getting him a work permit may suck, but I will try and get him on trial. Got Ashley Hemmings, who's wanted on loan. I think Ashley Hemmings on loan would be not bad, and he's in our division, so I will scout him at 34. And if they turn around and said, even though he's 34, he's really good and I could loan him in for a year, I would probably take him for the rest of the season. So I think we're just a one winger short, personally. Right? So we only get 4 players. But let's see if we like limit this to like 8. How many come up? 17? Mess? Over on Twitch. Hello. How are you, mate? Good, mate. On the punt today, hopefully a profitable day. That's good. Playing poker, or are you just punting? It's been pretty good for me at the moment. You can probably see the extra couple of trophies we picked up this year, which is quite nice. No names that I know, and I'm not going after Ricky Holmes as much as he's whatever. And like, I'm more concerned with the pace, so I'm actually think we're going to clear all here. And we're going to go back to attribute. And I just want the pace of 13 if we could. And because it's doing its funny dudders things, we need to do this, do that, and actually get it to match 2 of 2 because it's glitching. And we get 114 players that do that. We have a 17-year-old called Tyler Weiss, who I will have a look where he got released from, which was just Tamworth, so he's probably not that good, and he's mentally not the greatest. But that's why we're looking for pace. This is where you're just trying to find players that are like, not too bad. What's the next thing that I think would be important outside of pace? Ability to dribble, I would say. And now you're all of a sudden down to 8. Edwin Anderson comes on that list. You got a couple guys that are on loan. So you got a guy from Bristol City who looks this good. He's right-footed, but he's a striker. Which isn't bad. Just, if he was a winger, he would be not bad. Now, the reason why I'm not limiting it to strikers, I could just get him in and just force him to play out there, and that's that. This guy's a winger, but he's a winger on this side here, which isn't the worst because he can dribble and he's got decent first touch. He's decently quick for this level, and he's got decent determination. I actually think he would be a really decent loan, but then it's a question of how much money, and you have to be really frugal when you're on one of these clubs on loan. They'll want 1.3k a week. That is a little bit more than what I would like to pay. His contract expires in 2 years. I would add him to the shortlist here for a year and just see on deadline day if they really want to loan him, they would take 0. So Daniel's at Birmingham, and he looks actually not too bad, and he's pretty cheap. He's an inside forward, and that's probably what we need. Good decision-making, can dribble, finish, first touch, can header at the back stick, and even though he's 5'9", he's got decent pace for this level. He's wanted at the moment by a lot of clubs in League 1, League 2, couple top flight, a Welsh top flight club, a League 2 club, a national team club, a League 1 club, and then me, and then an Empire South club. So he's got interest from like a lot of different areas. Again, this would come down to how much does Daniel want. His contract expires at the end of this year as well, which I think is always important. Oh, they only want £10 per week. £60 per week. All right, we wouldn't play him as a striker. I would actually go none selected and lock it in and be like, what do you want from that? And then they all of a sudden want this. And that's not going to happen, right? Sorry, 0, and I'll pay you now £30 a week. Yeah, all right, whatever. Non-negotiable, revert. Let's go and make it 0, 10, and 10. I don't know if he's good enough to pay for this, but I wouldn't do any of that. Withdraw offer. I'm actually going to scout him, and that's going to cost me money because he could be really good. Add him in indefinitely. All right, let's go to the match. Let's actually play the game of football that we have today, and then we can continue doing this. Let's go, because I need to do it for the YouTube episode. But yeah. 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're finally at the match, ladies and gentlemen. I say finally, we're on the match day, and I spent another extra half an hour scouting. But yeah, anyway, Popola is out injured, so we're going to get Harriet into the team, and we're probably just going to get Lawson out there on the left-hand side. Yeah, is what is. We'll just do that with Mitch, which is fine. Get Barrett on one side, and maybe we go the other way and get Barrett a bit more further closest to the goal. It doesn't batter. Rest of the team picks itself. Bath are obviously Enfield Town, are a really important team. I was just looking at a player that has interest from Bath. But yeah, I think Enfield Town, they're in 7th. We're obviously just above them in 5th. We need to give a squad number to Welch, who's going to get the number 8 because he is our new signing, the 21-year-old. And hopefully, if he enjoys his time at the club and we have a good end of season, he may pick us over any other club if we give him a contract. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's address the team. And let's go put in a worthy display. And let's see if we can win this game of football here. And hopefully no kick clash would be nice. Could be a kick clash. FM really need to sort out kick clashes. We're in the red. Thank Christ. Okay, good. Away we go to kick off. No kick clash. Big game for us. We had to win today on stream. We've been live for over 2 hours now. But hopefully we'll be all right. If you have enjoyed this episode, I know it's a bit more of a longer one, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we are live, which obviously we're currently alive right now. As you can tell from the match stats here, early doors, first 10 minutes, we've had the better of the game here, but it'll be interesting to see if it continues like so. And we do have here we go. First highlight's going to be Enfield, even though we have over 70% possession. Beautiful. Ball goes in towards the back stick, and they have some big boys, and we're 1-0 down. Seems standard. I'm not on the out possession system, am I? Need to remember to do that. That's dumb that you have to remember to do that. That's literally going to be the difference here. That's my fault. I need to remember to do that every game. 1-0 down, pause the game. It's because it's literally that. We were on the out position, but yeah. Anyhow. Not much you can do. Enfield have one shot, one moment, one goal. So, yeah. Anyhow, ball out there to Noah, who heads inside to Lodvika. We lost to him second game of the season to 2 headers as well. Ball goes long. Jones. And that's 2-0. Oh, it should have been 2-0. No, not good. Not good, boys. Not good. Don't know why, but we can't win a game today. It's weird. For those watching on stream, what we'll do is we don't win this game. We'll just quit Football Manager and come back in. Not to play this game, obviously, after we save. But, yeah, because that's sometimes the luck modifier. I'm a big believer in that. Anyway, good from Lawson. Can you get the ball in the box, please? So that he beats his man. Needs an option. Finds Barrett. And for whatever reason, he doesn't shoot. And he just stabs it. Ball goes long. It's not going to find Pitchard. And watch him come on the break for all that good movement. Apparently that was the highlight. Okay. First 25 minutes, we have 7 shots, 1 on target, 63% possession to 2 shots, 1. We are being absolutely FM'd, but that seems to be the nature of the beast every single game on Football Manager this year. And yeah. See if we can find something. Barrett from a free kick distance. Haven't seen too many free kick goals. So I doubt this is a goal as he hits the post. I see that a lot. Umrah then heads it straight back to their keeper instead of taking a touch. Still 1-0 down at home. Anyhow, it is what it is. We need to really fix going on these stretches where we just don't win a game for a while. Good run again from Lawson. Options in the box. Can he whip the ball in there? No. Pointless highlight in the end. Like, just pop the ball in the box. Take a touch. You got numbers in there. We got you on whipped crosses. Unless the tactic has changed, which could happen here. Before we look. Whipped crosses. Everything seems fine here. Everything seems fine there. Okay, it hasn't changed, which is good. You just never know with the glitches and bugs that are in this game. But anyway, ball goes in. Header. Save from their keeper. Point blank header from inside the 6-yard box, and it's a world-class save from a keeper in non-league. Beautiful. Which they're allowed to make good saves. But as it stands, we are 1-0 down still for all the domination we are having here at home. Hopefully we'll find a goal and find a moment. Welch, Hayes, into Havlin, Morrison. I do think this would still be pointless. I've also moved it to 1-time speed just so we can see the highlight a little bit better as well. But Sears, since doing that, we haven't won. So maybe we need to go back to 1.25 times speed. Good ball in. Umrah's a big boy. Won't win. And are we getting hit on the break? Is that what's happening? We're getting hit on the break. Beautiful. Thankfully, it's a save. I don't know if this makes a difference, but we have not won a game today since moving to 1-time speed. So we're going to move to 1.25 times speed, because that's what I generally play on. See if that will make us win a game. Anyhow, still 1-0 down. Dress the team. You've been terrible so far. Start the second half. Also think we might need to go buy a goalkeeper. As much as I love Van Stophoff and he's 6'6", whatever, a goalkeeper would be pretty good with the money we have on loan. Anyhow, Barrett was arguably fouled then. Referee said no. Fair enough. Highlight continues. Can we win the ball in the press? which is what we have been able to do a fair amount, but we don't do it here. And it looks like we're going to cop it here. As Ludvoka's in. And that's a save in the end and a half. I'm going to change the instruction. Even though this worked yesterday and really good. I'm just going to tell us to go more balanced with the pressing trap. See if that helps, even though we do cop it from wide areas. It hasn't seemed to work today. Barrett, backstick ball. Header over the bar. Just seems every chance that we have, we cannot score. And they've obviously had a moment where they have. Time ticks away. Can we? Will we? We're trying. But maybe we can't. Ball goes long. Flick on. And here we go, boys. Reynolds wasn't far away. Corner to Finn Welch. First time we get to see him in a highlight. Young Finn. Backstick ball. Cleared away. And yeah, I'm going to move it back to 1 times. I think I prefer it. As Finn hits one. Just wide. Yet again, and it sums up our season, we have played really well. Can't score. And we just concede every game. We have the most shots per game on average in the whole league, according to the data hub, but it is broken. And yeah. Sears finds Pitchard. Ball back stick. Finn won't win that one. Into Hayes. He pumps one towards Lawson. Can he whip the ball in? Finn! On his debut, he scores the equaliser. It is 1-1. Mercifully, finally, with all the domination, we have finally scored. And Finn on his debut, on loan from Norwich, only has 6 months on his contract with his parent club, Norwich. I would be very interested, especially if he keeps goal-scoring form up. And the Yereman replacement does score. That attacking midfielder role does do very well, as it's currently 1-1. 68 minutes played. Barrett's not had the best of game. He plays better when he's on the other side, so I'm going to put him on that side. Umra's not had the best of game. I'm going to get Dawson on. And I'm going to get him just as a channel forward instead of a centre forward, which could produce more results as well. And I'm going to get Ewan in for Pitchard, who's had a stinker. Yes, I will. And I think those are my changes, and off we go. 1-1, 70 minutes played. Can we find a goal? Can we find the moment? It's a highlight and it's for them, so probably not. So Andy Carroll scores for Dallingham and Redbridge. Yes, he's in this division. Yes, Andy Carroll was a bit of a menace to play against. We actually mastered him really well. Anyway, highlight takes a little bit, but there is Jones. And then it's a backstick ball. Keeper should claim that, and it's a penalty. Far out, man. Just any way to cop it, huh? Any way to cop it. Bartley's going to get himself in the book here. Any way to cop it. Can Van Stoppershoff make a save? Probably not. I haven't seen a keeper make a save yet in a shootout in the National League or in a penalty situation. Young steps up. And we're 2-1 down, even though we've been much the better side. Moving to attacking. And the run of form continues of us not being able to win a game. Great. Cool. Yes, proceed with the tactical changes and skip. Get Bartlett off. Onrays is about to leave the club. And Morrison's had a stinker, so we're going to do that too. How long's left? Not long. Will we get a goal? Probably not. But yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. And we're going to lose again. There we are. Yeah, I don't know how to articulate. I've never had a season like this in any football manager I've ever played, where I load in when I'm live on OBS and I can't win. Yet I can turn off OBS, go walk outside, come back and come in, and someone in the comments is going to be, oh yeah, because your sim's coming. Definitely do not do that ever. I get annoyed when the game crashes because it kills my immersion. It just makes no sense. It knows no utteral sense. It's just dumb. It's like the game can't compute form. Like, when we go to the portal, we go to a fixture schedule. Like, pre-season, great. 2 games on stream, no problems. Turn Football Manager off, come back, win some games. Go back on stream, draw, win, whatever. Turn Football Manager off, come back again. Loss, draw, loss. Get annoyed, turn off Football Manager, come back again. Win. Turn off Football Manager, draw, loss. Every time you turn on Football Manager, your team plays like they're getting relegated or they're the best team in the world. It doesn't matter. It's really strange. I've never seen a game that is so temperamental with the form, and no matter when you turn on Football Manager, you load in, the game's like, today you're going to win, or today you're going to lose. Makes no sense. We've dominated another game. We're moving to 6th. There we are. In terms of next episode, we're probably going to pick someone in the in and around. Now, Tonbridge and Torquay make a lot of sense, but it's so close to this game we just played. We've actually got a really hard run of form. It could be Worthing again, and it could be Dorking. So I'm thinking we're going to give you those 2 games because Worthing are around us. Dorking are really good, but they're having a struggling. According to the season preview, they're meant to be getting promoted. Who else is around us? Farnborough, Torquay, they're all around us, and these games are like next. Look, I think they're too important. So, yeah, we're only going to go and play 3 games in between YouTube, and I'll see you guys next time for Farnborough and Tonbridge. Hopefully from then we'll have a few signings, and hopefully we have gone on a winning run, but maybe we won't. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, give it a like, just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, weird. System that worked yesterday now doesn't work today. Whatever. Catch you guys next time. Bye. That is very odd. I hate that Football Manager's how the landscape of FM's like that. It's just so broken, man. Makes no sense. Anyhow, accept the loan, accept the trial, and there we are. Melch scores in his debut. Let's save the game. We're going to quit Football Manager and go load back in, and hopefully it changes our form. But yeah, very odd. Very odd. Right, and now let's go back into FM and see if that happens. See if that works. Evan Anderson's about to go on trial. I reckon Edwin Anderson is going to be one that we're going to really look for. Dylan De Silva's really decent. Danny De Silva's really decent. Edwin Anderson's the one. Good League One player is Edwin Anderson. I ended up actually that far back. B is a winger. Could be really reasonable. Could be on this side as an inside winger. Inside forward probably suits him. Barrett on one side, this guy on the other. Yeah, I like it. De Silva's also got a really good scout report too. Let's just have a look. He's an out-and-out winger. Could I sign both is the question. De Silva's really quick. Good player for the national level. So I could sign both. We do need to sign a centre-back as well, just a backup centre-back and a keeper. It depends on how much money they want. All right, he wants 1.2k a week. I just think it's so important that we will do it. This guy stepped in it at work. Anyhow. I really want him. I'm just going to pay whatever he wants, finalise. I really want him. I think he's that good. What does the silver want is the question. Mate, he only wants 200 and something pounds a week. Process on. Boom. That is the cheapest deal I'm ever going to find for Dylan De Silva. Wow, that's really good. There we are. All right, we've got 2 potential signings coming in, which would be fantastic and would really improve us. Didn't expect it to be that cheap. Wow, our centre-back rejected. That's fine. I would like you to leave, if possible, please. Oh, Maidenhead board provide cash injection. Nice. Still got 2K that we can spend on wages. Duffy's trial's coming to an end. Loan offers made for the winger, which I don't think we're going after now. So I might go to him and just be like, they've already done scout report. He's a leading player with championship potential. Shitters. He would be not bad, is what I'm trying to say. Also not getting too much out of the striker, so I'm going to move to channel forward for the next game here. Do what you must, Umrah. Do what you must. Hopefully we get both. That would be fantastic. Potential injury with Robinson. I'm happy to sell you, mate. Thank you for the follow there, Dune Hammerer. How are you, mate? How's things? How's a transfer request? Beautiful. I am going to offer via transfer room, and we are going to make that one £15 and transfer list and offer. See if we get someone to come in and get rid of his. Caputo, that's because he's at Peterborough. That's fine. It got rejected. That's all good. So got excited again because I was like, work permit. And then realised, oh, wait, that's not because he's coming to me. It's because he's on trial here still. Should actually just go end that trial. Oh, De Silva's come in. This is really good. All right. Need to go and look at that scout report. That's fine. Cito's coming in if we can get him on a try on a thing. No, good to see you, mate. How's it going? It's going okay. Oh, we're going to get Edwin Anderson too. He's got a delayed work appointment on the 23rd. Let's go. We're going to get both. There was something else like that action here. Where was it? Yeah, here. Dylan De Silva's in. Wow, that's huge. I need a goalkeeper, I reckon, and this guy's really good. George Hardy's really good. Depends on the loan. Why can't I make any bid here? That's really odd. I've got money to use. It's probably because I'm getting people in. That's fine. Don't stress. All good. Like, last my problem is the goalkeeper, but yeah. Right, Barrett says that he can help out, which is good. He comes in, and he's a winger, so I think that's a great signing. Whoever De Silva is. De Silva. I've got another De Silva here, which is really funny too. Get him in. Very good at what he does. Nice. See, with that signing and then Edwin coming in as well, that gives us basically our wage. Well, to be fair, De Silva only wanted £300 a week, which is like ludicrously cheap. So, yeah, I'm very happy with that. We need to get him training as well here, to be honest. Squad and training and De Silva. What should we be working you on? Probably your ability to pass the ball is what I would say. Learn how to pass and you'd be all right. I'm also going to get you to learn to knock the ball past your opponent because for this level, you're very good at doing that. Start developing weaker foot. No. Position role. No. Rest player. No. Where is it? Squad training. Individual training. Where's De Silva? Can I get a trait? No. Should be getting a trait. I hope that is getting him a trait, but yeah. So Chesham are really good as well. Like, we're really struggling a little bit, but yeah. I do have a meeting in about an hour, give or take, as well for work. So we will be getting off at some point. We're going to appeal, please, because he did just play for Fulham. For Stoke. He just got released from Stoke, and he's been playing in England for quite a while. So when do we find out? On the 29th, so we don't get him for the next game, which is annoying. I thought they would just pass it, considering he just played 5 years. He spent 5 years in England. But, yeah. See if we can win this game. If we don't win this game and then we don't win against Tottenham, I'll just do some work and get off. But knowing me, we'll likely win. But, yeah. Appeal, please, so we can get a work permit on that guy. We also need to find a young centre-back or a centre-back that can actually just, like, do a job. Play recommendations, list. You got this guy here. Like, can Tyrone... What sort of deal does Tyrone want, even though he's pretty decent at centre-back? He's a leading South player at centre-back. I'm at Maidenhead, and we're playing To Prem, so we're trying to take him from the Vanarama National League South all the way up. What sort of deal would you like? Would it be an important player? I'm actually okay with this. This is fine. He wants £380 a week. Why can't I afford this? Why is... Cancel negotiations. It's bugging out, man. Why are we bugging out for, please? Can I find that out, please? Cool. We'll just keep him there for now. See, the wage budget thing is really weird. Got 1.67 wage available. So I don't understand how we're doing an issue here. Or there's an issue. Can I look at, like, transfer history? It's so weird, this. And, like, can you tell me potential future transfers? Potential wage impact is 1.2k per week. I got 1.6 available. Why can't I offer deals? Makes no sense. Makes no literal sense that I can't make deals. Anyhow, Van Stophoff, Welch, De Havilland, Bartlett, Sears, Wells, Morrison, Pitchard, Welch, De Silva, Barrett, and Umrah. Let's go with that. Move Umrah into a thing. De Silva wants a number. I'm going to give him the number 97 after El Shaarawy because I don't have an actual squad number that's like 11 or 7 available for him. And De Silva will make his debut. Welch scored on his debut and we lost. Can De Silva score on his debut and can we win? Let's find out, shall we? Need to end this losing streak. Can we win the game? We did do a restart of Football Manager just then, just to try and get us to hopefully win. Chesham are a decent side. They beat us on the opening day. And away we go. Highlight 3 minutes in. That's a pretty good ball. Great stuff, 1-0 down. I don't know what's going on, but we can't defend and we can't do anything at the moment. Back to having 60% possession, which is great. Not creating. Back to balance then. Watch us create chances unbalanced. 2-0 down. Beautiful. Great stuff. Well, that glitch doesn't seem to be working right now, but yeah, all good. How does this... Jesus Christ. All right, whatever. Whatever, I'm done. Whatever. Confirm the match, instant result. What the hell, man? We lose 3-0. Great. Nice to know that they can defend while I'm not there. What has changed from yesterday to today where this tactic's gone from not working to working, whatever? Let's be a goalkeeper then. Be a goalkeeper. Is this the issue? Honestly, we're going to give us this Taunton game, and then if we lose that, we're going to get off because there's no point playing anymore. It's not just me having this issue. What does Zealand stream all of yesterday? He struggled. RDF is having like games that are finishing like 8-5 and whatever. I just don't know what it is, man. Honestly. And like, this is the thing, is I will go through this stretch of form, which makes no sense, after I've gone and won a multiple amount of games in a row, and then bang. It makes no utter sense. Makes no sense. I'm going to drop my club captain because I think he's having a mare. And I'll put Pitchard for Morris, and I'm going to get Kane in. And that's probably about it. Just makes no sense. We fall out the playoff zone for the first time as well, which is no good. Stop. All right. Going to play this Tottenham game, and if we don't win this game, I'm going to call it. Just don't understand. That's it. If we ever get to a winning way of football, I am just going to not close Football Manager. Because when I got off stream 2 days ago, closed the game, I went for a walk, I went and got stuff ready for work the next day, whatever, right? I loaded up FM, and the football I watched us play was freaking sane. How good we played. I'm like, finally, it's turned. Beautiful. And then I've loaded up today, 2 days later, we've forgotten how to play football again. It makes no utter sense, game. No utter sense. And it's not like I have a data hub that I can go to actually see if it makes sense or not, because the data hub is broken. Right, same team, off we go. See how we go. Apparently something's gone on in there, in the tactics. We have to fix that. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Yeah, that looks better. I'm going to make that change. I'm going to try and prevent the ball from coming inside then. Even though it makes more sense for us to press in the middle because we kept conceding goals from outside. And we did that and we went on a winning run. Today we're conceding every goal inside. So yeah, we're playing against a team that are really bad and we're not even... Oh my God. Honestly. Balanced mentality then. And that's the other thing. We changed to positive and all of a sudden we're coming out and dominating and winning games of football. And now we're not. And this is how we were conceding goals earlier. Just exactly this highlight. Like this. That's how we were conceding goals earlier. It makes no sense, bro. That's it. I think I'm going to give up streaming, boys. I'm going to give up streaming. I'm not going to stream until the full game comes out. And then if it's like this, we're probably going to just give up not playing. Which really, really hurts and is really annoying. Playing against a team that are in 23rd, man. Oh, good finish, Sears. Umro heads it back to him after the ball comes in the box and Sears fires one top being 1-1. Great. Probably doesn't mean anything, but yeah. And I'll highlight from kickoff because the game's, oh my god, they've scored, so now we're going to score. Watch this. Well done, Sears. Good tackle. Falls back to him, though, because that's what happens. We already know that this is a goal. I already know that this is a goal. No, thankfully it's not. Like, we've got a squad that should dominate this league. We've got players that are good enough to play in the division above. But yeah. Beat him, Barrett. Beat him, Barrett. Good, Barrett. Now get the ball in the box, Baz. Get the ball in the box. Oh, it's blocked. Good movement, though. First time we saw any good movement today. Like an actual link-up. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Here's what it is. It just makes no sense. Just makes no sense. We concede every chance. Good old just press everybody. Good ball in, but we don't win headers. Look at this. Oh my word. I'm so done, man. They score from this highlight. I'm so done. Go to something like that. See if that helps. Attacking does nothing, man. Just every opposition. I've got one guy that sits up front. We go long, and then apparently no one knows how to tackle him. He's Messi. He's Lionel Messi. Look at that. I just moved to everyone goes forward and everyone comes back and bang, 2-2. Makes no literal sense. The game is broken. Our star player's down injured. But look at this. Look how many numbers are forward. We change the tactic to this. Look how many numbers get forward and bang. Oh, it's been offside. Of course it is. Umrah didn't even impact the game, you dumb game. Look at that. 2-2. Dumb. All right, we're going to play till we lose. Going to play till we lose. We're not good enough, and that's that. We're going to play till we lose. Watch this. Let's just do what I just did, right? Which is this. I'm going to start the next game against Ep3 as such. Right? Clear the slot. Yep. Let's go. Create new topic. Clean slate. Or let's go like a direct counter-attacking tactic. Or let's go like something that goes like this. Sure, done. Right, information, doesn't matter. Out of formation, doesn't matter. Right? Does not matter. Here we go. So Umrah can go in as a channel forward or a complete forward or whatever. Right? Welch can play up front a little bit. I don't know if Barrett can play up front, but sure. Like he can go as a winger. Boom. Right? Done. Barrett can go inside forward because that's what he prefers. Cool. Done. Sears can go as a wing back. But it doesn't matter anyway. Let's just do this. Let's just do this, right? Welch can go up front as a channel forward. Cool, right? Let's go Ferdinand in the hole. You in the hole. C is in here. Bartley in here. Onra's in here. Let's go do that. And let's go do that. And let's go do this. Makes no literal sense, but let's do it. And then let's go do this, let's go do this, let's go do this, let's go do this. All right, maybe put him on that side because it makes it easier. Let's go do this, let's go do this. I'll actually do Welch and what's his name together and do this. All right, and come back. Team instructions. Standard, much higher tempo, whatever, I don't care. Creative freedom, don't care. Time wasting least, keep the ball cool. Out of possession, balanced. Pressing trap, don't care. Prevent the short goalkeeper distribution, cool. Team instructions, can I see them all? In possession, seems whatever. Out of possession, cool. We'll just go with that. Doesn't matter, right? Outrageous. Outrageous system. Whip the ball in the box. Pass the ball into space. Done. We're going to play this because we just did this and it worked. Don't ask me. Cool, whatever. Does this mean I can make offers again, team? Cool. All right, back to squad, back to recruitment, back to transfer history or activity, and on the ins, nothing. On the outs, nothing. Club. Wage budget. Yeah, so we should be able to make offers now. So squad. Let's go to recruitment. Player recommendations, list. Centre back is Paul Harrington, apparently. Can't run anymore. At least Tyler can move, so yeah, Tyrone's going to come in. Oh, Josh King. No, Josh King. Definitely no Josh King. Yeah. Would be pretty decent for this level, Josh King, to be fair. A loan is a loan, bro. But anyhow. This guy's quick. He wouldn't be bad either. Play in 2 days. William snubs. So we didn't get the left winger. We got the right winger at least, which is pretty good. Good deal for De Silva. Probably should actually look for a centre-back, by the way. We've got someone that's listed called Alex Perry at Kidminster for £9. We can't get him, but he would be really good. On £1 a week, he would be really good. Without him even getting a scout report, I can tell you he is good. 25 people come up on that list. Wow, matching 4 or 5. 26 come up. Max Fry. I've used Max Fry on plenty of saves, I reckon. Interesting. Like, he's good. He's physically fantastic, and he's 6'4". Like, I prefer him on loan, to be fair. Alfie Jones is 5'4". Is he really 5'4"? Sorry, mate. You're not coming in anytime soon. Okocha is on a free. Josh Okocha, and he's like decent. He's a fringe player that is decent. Like, what sort of deal would you want Okocha? Because we do need people. Ask availability. Appearance fee of 900, mate. You're laughing, right? It's not the worst deal. Josh Okocha. Where did he just get released from, Josh? Enfield Town, West Ham. He's not that bad. I actually think he's really relatively decent. I'd probably actually use him. Is a Okocha. Definitely need at least 2 centre backs because I do want to get rid of Onrays. But if Onray stays, then I just need 1. Probably all I need. Yeah, very interesting. All right. We're playing until we lose, and we're going to go with the full striker forward, full striker back formation because it seems to work. Penny deal negotiated. I don't even remember making an offer for Penny. Withdraw. Sure, whatever. Just do any of that. Cool, that will do. Doesn't really matter. Something's going on with the channels, by the way. I don't know why, but it keeps kicking me out of my own chat. Refresh, please. Look at all of us run forward. Charge! Be crazy if this works. Would be crazy. Yeah. On the break, here we go. 1-0 down. It would be crazy if this works. It would be very crazy if this works. Thing is once we win the ball, I think we'll be okay. Look at the numbers just going. Might have been offside, I don't know. He's not. Just like that, because all the numbers are going, it's 1-1. This is just going to be us trying to outscore people. This is utterly stupid, but there you go. Utterly silly tactic. If you're watching over on YouTube, though, thank you very much for being here. As always, it does really help us out, so thank you. If you're watching over on Twitch, I still am really, really happy that you guys are here too, and thank you. Go long. That's it. Go long. Get the numbers forward. Win the header. And even if we don't, win the press. That's it. And now we're going to win the ball. And then all the numbers are going to run forward and we're going to not be able to be coped with. Go. Look at this. If Apola wins, and even if he doesn't, there we are. Umra's in a great spot. Look at Welch. He's in the box. Hits the bar. Unlucky. 15 minutes in, 1-1. This is going to finish 6-5 either way. I don't know which way it will be. Press, boys. We didn't concede, so let's go. We're actually back in shape, which is nuts. They nearly scored from there. That would have been insane. Oh, Havel. Well done in the end. Well done, Hayes. And again, we just go long. I don't know who to. But Welch will win. And now look at the... Oh, no. Okay. We can't afford to turn the ball over, boys. We lose the ball, we're dead. But if we have the ball, we can score. That's the pass. Now look at the numbers. Bang. Go, Welch. Ah, overcooked. This is the longest highlight I've seen in a while. Offside. Offside. Thank you. Gonna make one change and move Papula as a winger. I just think you need to keep the wide people because there's so many people inside. And then, yeah. The fact it's only 1-1 is ludicrous. He looked offside too. Apparently not. Might have been. He probably was in his own half. 2-1 down. He's in his own half. It's fine. Hit the post, unfortunate. So only change I'll make is to go slightly shorter with the passing, just to try and combine that little bit more and a bit more standard with the width, and that's it. Where's the keeper? Yeah, I think we're done for the day, boys. We're done for the day. Flag's up. Would have been a good goal. Would have been a good goal, but the flag is up. Good save. Good save. Just dumb. Dumb that this even can work. Welch should have scored. $65. We're not out the game yet. We should be. Like, we get a goal. You could never know. Yeah, we're out the game now. Alright, whatever. Cool. We're done. Go do whatever. Alright, boys. I'm off. I'll catch you guys later. We ended up losing 3-2. And we're back down to 8th. And just like that, we're in trouble.